Hello, today I thought we'd talk about wine and chocolate. Now, these two sound like they should be a match made in heaven, but in actual fact, the match doesn't always work, and that's because in wine we have acidity, particularly in white wines, and tannin, particularly in red wines, and those two things don't always work with sweet things. If you want to drink wine with it, then I would go for a soft, ripe red wine, so something from the New World and something that's not too tannic. Otherwise, I think chocolate is better matched with sweet wines. And sweet wines are just a delight because there are so many to choose from and they've all got lots of sugar. So they have gorgeous fruit aromas and flavours and then this fantastic sweetness. We have to think about whether you're going to be scoffing white, milk or dark or salted caramel or ginger or chili flavoured or all the other ones that you can get nowadays, but I'm just going to concentrate on white, milk and dark. So first of all we have white chocolate, and I find one of the best partners for this is a cream sherry. Now this might not be the most fashionable of drinks. A lot of sherry nowadays, certainly the popular ones, Fino and Manzanilla, are bone dry. But this one, Premium Cream Sherry, it's from Aldi and it's $5.25. And the reason why this works so well is it's actually a blend of lots of Oloroso sherries. So they have some age to them, they have some very natural nutty caramel flavours, but then it's also sweetened. So when you see cream on the label, you know that it's been sweetened. I'm doing it all for you. Now this one, it's such a joy. It has got, as I say, that lovely nutty caramel flavour to it, but it's also got this gorgeous creaminess which just sits so well with the white chocolate. Next we have milk chocolate. Now some people swear by port and chocolate, and I think sometimes it can work, but I find unless it's a really heavy chocolate or almost a bitter chocolate, then you're better off with something a bit lighter than vintage port. So you could go tawny port, or actually I've gone here for a Madeira. Now Madeira is from an island just off the coast of Portugal. Well, it's quite a long way off the coast of Portugal, and it's a bit like port, but it's made from different grapes. It's fortified like port. But the main difference comes from the fact during the winemaking process, it's almost cooked. And that's because years ago, when Madeira was transported in barrels on ships across the ocean, it would cook under the sun after all that time. And people who were drinking it realised that it improved the wine. So now the wine is put through this process to give it that cooked character. Those are lovely. And have a swill of the Madeira. So it's got the sweetness, but it's also got this lovely kind of nutty character, which makes me think that actually fruit and nut. This one's made by Blandy. They're a very famous producer of Madeira, and it's called Duke of Clarence. It's widely available, but this one is from Sainsbury's and it's about £12 a bottle. So for dark chocolate, we need something. We've got bitterness now, so we need something that's going to cope with the bitterness. And we've got more flavour. It's made by a producer called Amiel. They are down in the Languedoc region in the south of France. And it's a bit like kind of halfway between a port and a red wine. So it is fortified, it's 16.5%, but it's sweet as well. But it's not as heavy as a port. And with dark chocolate, so I've got all this lovely bitterness now, but sweetness as well going on. You get the sweetness, but you also get power and fruit and flavour, and it just works brilliantly with the dark chocolate. It is £20 a bottle. I got this from Lee and Sandeman in London, but they do deliver, and there are lots of other independent wine shops that will stock this one. If you want to try Maury, but you want to perhaps spend a little less to find out whether you like it or not, there's a half bottle in Waitrose called Seriously Plummy Maury. That gives you a taste of what Maury is like. It's a really good example. I hope you found that useful. Please do subscribe to the channel or share with friends, and if you've got any questions that you want me to talk about in future videos, then do just let me know. But in the meantime, thanks very much for watching. Bye!